Your YouTube, what is going on? Welcome back to yet another. Welcome back to yet another recap episode. We have major 2 predictions. They are finally here, very last minute. You can see predictions locking in 10 hours. I ain't gonna lie to you, I was kind of lacking it a little bit, just a little teeny little bit. You know, I'm gonna just yap a little bit before the matches start. But I ain't gonna lie, I thought tournament was next week. I for some reason I thought once the league ends we have a week break, but I guess not. We going right into matches, right? Starting it off right, I'm gonna just knock this out right. Elimination round 1, you have Heretics Vegas, OpTic Gorillas. You know, everyone's surprised of the OpTic. You know, recently announced the signing of Caesar's Skyz Bueno. Welcome, Mr. Skyz, to the green wall, man. Other than that, I'm excited to just watch some Call of Duty, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I mean, non-biased here and all, but like you already know I'm an OpTic fan. But well, what can I say? I'm not a player, man. I'm not gonna go up to Scumpy and be like, yo, Scumpy, drop this guy, and he's gonna be, yo, okay, Beto, I got you. He's not gonna do that, man. I'm the one watching. They're the ones playing for a reason. Shout out Kenny, for real. That man is the GOAT. It's gonna, I mean, it's bound to happen, man. He's such a good player that this man's gonna find another team, and he is just about to terrorize OpTic once again. Like, seeing his smile on the webcam, and you know that he's in the OpTic jersey, that meant something. Seeing him smile on another webcam when he's not playing for OpTic, yeah, that's a different beast. That's a different Kenny, man, and that's the Kenny I'm not trying to face. But enough yapping, man. Thieves breach. I think the Thieves just continue the straight dominance. I was about to get game 5. No. Straight dominance continue from the Thieves. They take that series in 3, and then once again, man, these 2 teams can go back and forth. Both of them are 5-2 alongside Ultra, but both Ravens and Surge are 5-2. And I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what? No, I take it back. I was gonna say, I low-key was about to say Surge with the upset, but at the same time, I think Tej and Slasher continue their dominance. Same with Gwen. Vivid, low-key, you know, you be popping off, yeah, right? But like Slasher, you know, Thanos mode, I did say it first minor. I said it, that if Thanos snaps, is raps. Moving on from that, FaZe Rocker. I mean, no questions asked. Nothing else much really gonna say about that matchup. But I think FaZe sweep Rocker, if I'm being honest. The way I think Rocker and Breach both snuck in 3 and 4. I mean, better records than the other teams. But Rocker sneaks in, and I mean, you play FaZe, which, I mean, one of the hottest teams at the moment, alongside Ultra and the Thieves. So I mean, since we're talking about Ultra, might as well move on to that match. And I think this one might be a close one once again. But once again, I said once again, like if any of these matches are close, other than the other one. But I think Ultra take down Cloud9. I think Cloud9 is slowly finding the rhythm. They ended up 4-3 this split, but at the same time, I think Cloud9 is slowly coming up. Do they beat Ultra? Not yet. But I do see. We'll see who they play up next, right? We'll see who they play up next. On to Friday, Breach Miami. I think Miami continues the struggles, but you got Rencor going off at the same time. But Snoop, you know what I mean? In my head, if Snoopy pops off, Breach take that. If Rencor pops off, Miami takes that. Which in my head, I'm kind of seeing a Miami win here. I'm low-key seeing the upset. I know I had Boston on the plus side since the longest this season. I've had them on the plus, but I think this is the one matchup they do lose, and I think it comes on the hands of the Heretic squad. And then, as much as you want to give them even a map, you probably give them the search. But as much as you want to give this Vegas team a win, do they beat Surge? I don't think so. If I'm being honest, I don't think they beat the Surge team yet. Not yet. Vegas, slowly they'll become a winning team. Like, Don't get me wrong, Vegas at some point will be a winning team, probably next season. Not this season, maybe next. It's probably wraps. You're 0-7, 0 points. I mean, Vegas is in 30. Second or eighth place, you have 90 points. If you're Vegas, you're gonna have to make a run. You're gonna have to win. I don't even know if there's a minor after this. You're gonna have to win something. As we move on, Rocker, OpTic. I think with this new team change and with the sweep against FaZe, I think Rocker don't have as much momentum. And then I mean, if I'm being honest, I have no idea who takes this. But just with the team change alone, I think Rocker probably take the control. But I think the search with Dashy and Skyz, that's gonna be pretty insane to watch. But I think Rocker probably take control, but OpTic take the series 3-1. And Cloud9 Gorillas, probably one of the most, literally the one matchup I think we've had the most this season is Cloud9 versus Gorillas. Basically your old teammates versus your old teammate, right? Oh, nah, I mean, you're including OpTic with that too, right? But let's make it interesting. Let's give Cloud9 the win and have them play OpTic and have Skyz versus Sib, former NYSL teammates, right? So let's just get these matches out the way real quick. Because why not? Miami Surge, I think, goes the same way. I know I said Miami low-key have the hot hand, but you're playing against this Surge team, which has been pretty good. So I'll give them game 5, not round 11, game 5, Surge dominance. And then as you move on, same thing. I think it goes same ways as that Rocker matchup. You have Cloud9 winning the control, but I kind of see it as the same outcome. Even if you have Cloud9 win a hard point, I still think the same thing. I think OpTic's search will be better than it was before. Just damn, I don't know. It's going to be interesting seeing the team without Kenny and all, right? But I think nonetheless, the team improves slightly, especially with more practice coming out throughout the season. I think the team improves. I'm trying to think which team picks up Kenny. If Kenny gets picked up somewhere else, which team picks him up? Cloud9? I mean, who would you replace him for? All right. None of that, though. None of those thoughts. Thieves, Ravens, similar situation, like I said, with the Surge game. The Surge can beat Ravens, but at the same time, I think Ravens don't beat the Thieves. I don't think Ravens beat the Thieves. Thieves can beat other teams, yes, but do I see them beating this Thieves team? Not so much. Y'all see this little mix-up right there? That line does not connect. All right. Oh, same thing over here. I mean, maybe it's like that another one. All right. FaZe, Ultra. I think I said last time Ultra was beating FaZe. To say it this time, I'm saying this one goes round 11. Game 5. Celium wins the one-on-one against Joe Deceives. Joe Deceives has an amazing map 1 and 3, but I think Cell is the one to take over both searches to give FaZe the upper hand right there. And then once again, I think it just leads to the same thing. Actually, no, I don't think it leads to the same thing. We're going with an upset here, and I'm not saying this just because I'm an OpTic fan, but I'm low-key gonna say this would be the upset that OpTic needed. I think personally, with the difference of Kenny and Skyz, I think both players play. They're both your main ARs, right? But I think both of them play way different from each other, especially on the game modes, right? So I'm thinking Search goes just way different to the side of OpTic. So they probably take that matchup, which leads to your Toronto beating your Surge. And then, as much as I don't want it to happen, I think not the struggles. There's not going to be no struggles, if I'm being honest. I think Toronto, just because they have more of the, what's the word? They've been more of a team longer than, the newly formed. Yeah, you have 3 former OpTic, but you bring in a new player and it's going to change up your play style 100%. So I think that's where that continues. I think the success continues for Toronto. I think OpTic slow. They drop out. They bounce out of this tournament. Yeah, it's okay. Your home series. You got your rings. You place. I think this is 4th basically. You place top 4, which I mean, improvement from going 1-6, right? So I think that's what happens there, leading to your winners final. You have Thieves and FaZe, which I think this goes round 11 as well, but I think Thieves take the upper hand against the FaZe squad, right? And then as you move on, I think slowly but surely, I think not the upset, because I mean you want the rematch, right? You want the FaZe and Ultra rematch over here, but I think it just continues. I think it continues. It continues for the side of FaZe, the dominance of FaZe that they have, especially against this Toronto team. I think once again goes game 5, not round 11. I'm changing it up. Low key, I'm thinking. I'm low key thinking a Simp takeover. If I'm being honest, if you're going to Lim finals against Toronto, I'm low key seeing a Simp takeover. If we're being completely honest, a Simp takes over. That's like the most thing that makes like the most sense, right? You have probably one of the best players in the CDL era, right? You know, there's no way you don't. You know what I'm saying? There's no way he doesn't pop off. And then in best of 7, I think the rematch happens once again. The rematch against the Thieves and FaZe. But it's the same thing. It goes best of 5 or best of 7. Sorry, it goes round 11. I think it's the opposite though. I think Thieves take this against FaZe. It's gonna be a great bang out series, right? Back and forth. But I'm seeing the Thieves take this one. And then just like the minor, man, I noticed I didn't make no predictions on that. I didn't do any of that. But just like the minor, oh, I didn't even congratulate. That's what I'm gonna say. I didn't congratulate. But just like the minor, I think the Thieves go on, take the series. They take the major. You bring them up. I think I don't even think they got their minor points yet. They're down, I think, 5 points in total. But other than that, Thieves take it. Congrats to future Thieves. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Deuces, peace, adios, bye bye.